That's so gross.
Okay.
Oh God. You got a trash can?
That's
Oh no.
Ugh,
He had to leave.
it's gross.
He had to leave, bro.
I ain't in the mood. I ain't hit the groove. I ain't hit a move.
Wait.
I ain't hit the snooze. I ain't what to do.
wow. Sam.
It's all right. Keep it going.
Wow.
Let's act like that didn't happen.
Anyways, welcome to A Win is a Win podcast. I believe this is episode 40, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty wild that we've hit 40 episodes with Sam Cookie as our third co-host. Pretty crazy. I remember whenever Charles and I came up with the idea to get a third co-host, and Sam Cookie graciously said he would be down to do it. And honestly, the last 40 videos have gone by pretty quick, not gonna lie. So they've been pretty fun. Welcome to today's episode. We'll be talking about the NBA. It is going on right now. We were supposed to kind of do this before the NBA, but there were some plans and other things got in the way, so we're doing this today, which is totally fine. And currently, if I don't talk as much or get just like, silent, it is because I have the Diamondbacks and Phillies Game 7 in the background right now. So I'm doing like three things at once. I have my Diamondbacks hat on. If the Diamondbacks lose, it's okay. We weren't supposed to be here anyways, but if we got to the World Series, it would be pretty sick. But yeah, anyways, NBA is our topic for today. Anyone have anything for our intro that they'd like to bring up? Maybe some fantasy news or something, maybe. I don't know.
I have a couple of things. So I think we agreed that we're going to talk about baseball next episode. But one really cool fact that I saw today too was that this is actually the first Game 7 for the Phillies in their franchise, and they've existed for like 140 years or something. So that's pretty insane that they've just now played in the Game 7. So I thought that was really cool. And Charles and I played in fantasy last week. One of us lost, and it wasn't me. So I just wanted to gloat a little bit on that. I know.
How many championships have you won?
Well, I mean, if you count
I see 2 rings on my fingers.
That's a LeBron saying, Charles. You can't pull that.
That's a Skip Bayless saying right there.
That's also a Skip.
Hey, who choked in the championship game against Matt in 2019? I believe it was you, Sam.
Well, after
who falls apart in the playoffs year after year after year?
It's because I play Matt every year. Matt's my kryptonite in the playoffs.
Well, don't play him then.
I do have to say props to Sam though. He has beaten both of us, Charles, this regular season so far. So
thank you. Yeah.
But can we just say though, your boy has come from the cellar, from the basement, 0-2. I'm now where I usually am comfortable, up in first place. So pretty stoked for that. Lie.
It's
good. It's
Alvin Kamara, man. It's Alvin Kamara. He's blowing up for you these past couple of games.
Hey, you got to stash him. I told Charles in our Dynasty League, I said, hey, I really think Kamara's going to be good. I'm going to stash him. And Charles goes, okay, whatever you want. And so same thing in our regular league too.
Wow, so, Charles is a non-believer.
Hey, no, I wasn't a non-believer. I just wasn't maybe a believer per se.
Unless you say Charles was a big believer in Adam Thielen, and we got him in the Dynasty League. I picked him up in my other friend's ESPN league with the last pick in the draft, 150th pick. I picked Adam Thielen. So Charles has definitely helped. So, I picked Kamara, he picked Thielen. So it's all good.
Still 3 and 4 in that league, but we won't talk about that. Anyways,
it happens sometimes.
I'll give a little intro. I'm going to stick with fantasy, but I'm going to switch it from fantasy football because we've all been really indulged in that. It's been a big topic. So I'm going to switch it up and go to fantasy basketball. And I joined Matt's friends league because they needed a person to draft with like 20 minutes left on Sunday. So I said, sure, I'll do it. And I was the 8th pick. It's an 8-team league. Matt was pick 4. He picks Luca. So I pick Devin Booker with pick 8. And now Matt is falling apart as we speak and says that he won't play this fantasy basketball unless I trade him to him. And I just don't know why Matt didn't pick him. And we've been back and forth on that. But I did pick D-Book. So I'm the true Suns fan here.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, that's all. Oh, I also picked LeBron for Sam. So I just want to pick guys I knew you
Yeah.
would like.
He picked LeBron.
Yeah,
too.
I picked your guys' players for my team, so it could all be we can all kind of be one team, because it's
Well,
your
you
favorite
also-
players.
Pick Bridges too. So you literally picked like my whole team. Like you literally picked like who I wanted. I was like,
Yeah.
I
By
could-
the way, Sam, for real though, I actually did pick Jaw, and I have him
Did you
stashed.
really?
I did.
That's awesome.
So
was
I
gonna
literally
ask
have
about
I
that.
have the podcast team, to be honest.
You do.
I was
yeah.
gonna pick Shaw, and then I was like, do I stash him or not? I said, I don't know. Maybe I will. And then literally that next, I was like, no, okay, I'll pick him next round because no one will want him. And then all I see is John Morant picked by C.K. Collier. I was like, this guy sucks. I hate this guy.
He fell so far. I was like, I'm just gonna pick him. It's too good a value.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
I was gonna say I'm not the fantasy basketball mind here of the 3, but I was gonna say he's probably the sleeper of the draft, I imagine.
Ooh.
Well, he's just out 20 games or 25 games, so it's a decent chunk. But
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
real quick also before we start, Sam, do you have that little figurine that I got you?
oh no, the LeBron figurine.
Yeah, can you show it to the camera?
Oh, LeBron. I feel bad now. It's in my car. I know you told me once you got it to me that I should show it off in the camera, but
no,
it's
it's
still in my car.
everywhere. That's what he wants.
What does he
Well,
want, Matt?
Next episode, Sam, you got to promise me that you'll show it.
I will.
LeBron everywhere, Sam. He's, you and him are one,
That's true. If anything, I've just been trying to think about like where I would put him. Like maybe I just set him on my bed and he'll be in the background.
Or why don't you just set him on like that nightstand where like that white, like little light thing that you have? You know what I'm saying? Like that one that's to your right shoulder, I think.
Oh yeah.
No, sorry, the other shoulder.
Oh, yeah, I could do that too.
Yeah, because that's right in the camera. We can get LeBron. The spirit of LeBron.
Is it really?
That's
That
what
would
I'm
be
saying.
fun. That would be
I mean,
pretty funny.
he is the, you know,
He is. Allegedly.
allegedly.
Speaking of LeBron and the Lakers,
Oh,
they are playing right now, and they are losing to the Denver Nuggets. I would say the Nuggets, obviously, last season's champion. They're out to defend their title. I think we jump right into our favorite contenders. I would
we
say.
do. Let's do it.
I'd say we jump into our contenders in the NBA this year. Maybe like 2 from each conference.
Before we go, there is a special ending to this episode. BT Dubs.
Oh yes, thank
Yeah.
you for reminding.
one more
Yes.
thing to note too.
But
So,
let's do our contenders.
Let's do 2 kind of, I would say from each conference, like strong contenders, and then one maybe sleeper that you wouldn't think of necessarily, because obviously there's a set amount of teams that are in that elite category, but then give us a sleeper outside of that. So I will go ahead and start. Let's start with the Eastern Conference because I'm on Eastern time. So let us go with the Eastern Conference. I'm going to go ahead and start off. I think these 2 are pretty easy, especially with the James Harden situation in Philly that's going on. I don't know how that's going to impact the team, but I mean, I think if you don't say Bucks and Celtics for these 2, I don't really know what you're doing. The 2 most talented rosters, most talented players in the conference. Obviously, they both had a lot of success. Bucks won a couple of years ago. The Celtics made it to the finals last year, and then Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7 this past year. So both have playoff experience. They just have the most well-rounded rosters. And I think when you look at the Celtics too, I mean, Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, that could be a nice scary 5, to be honest. So to already go with Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Derek White. The Celtics look really good. And then, of course, on the Bucks end, you got Damian Lillard, probably the best pairing that Giannis has ever had in terms of someone who can, as a point guard, someone who can shoot like he can, to run the pick and roll with Giannis. That's exciting. So those two are easily, for me, the contenders in the East. And both of them should have championship or bust aspirations because I really like their rosters. Just kept it nice and simple. Going
Yeah.
with the green teams, man. I'm feeling green today.
Well, those two definitely would have been my two picks too, as like the strongest teams in the East, because that's pretty obvious. They both have really good like starting fives. But another team at least that I would want to point out that has a really good starting five too. It's not, I wouldn't call it a sleeper team, but I think the Heat also have a really good chance coming to the next season too. I mean, I think what they kind of really struggled with, they did go to the finals last season, but they finally get a healthy Tyler Hero back. I think that's what really kind of killed them more at the end, is they didn't really have like a strong point guard. And they'll also have Kevin Love as well. I mean, he finished really strong last season too. So no joke. I really hope he does well again this upcoming season. And him along with, I mean, Kyle Lowry and Hero are probably going to split reps, but I think they'll make for a good starting five along with Jimmy Buckets.
The only thing about the Heat, and I don't disagree, they just obviously made the finals, made a really impressive run. They did lose Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, who I think were pretty important pieces, and they really aren't much different outside of that. And I just don't think they're going to be as strong as they were, especially when you see the improvements the Bucks and Celtics made. But I mean, if we learned anything from last year, you can't count the Heat out. But yeah, that's my concern with them. Because I especially Gabe Vincent, I think he was a really important piece for them, and now he's gone.
I agree.
They just didn't. They don't really have anyone.
On the plus side, they're at least in a pretty like weak, I guess you could call it a sub conference in the Southeast, because they have the Hawks, Hornets, Magic, and Wizards.
Hey man, the Magic look good. They have a lot of young talent.
Yeah, they do. I'll give them that. But
yeah,
I'm a Heat guy myself. They're the Florida team.
They're the Florida team.
They are. Matt, what say you?
What say I?
What say you?
For my contenders, I'm obviously going same as Charles. It's Milwaukee and Boston. I think if you don't say that in the East, you're probably a fan of one other team. But like those are the two most logical, probably two best teams. Now, if you wanted me to rank them 1 and 2, I don't know if I could. I almost want to say like they're 1A, 1B. Honestly, I would maybe give the edge to the Celtics just because I think their starting five in depth is a tad better than the Bucks. However, having Giannis, which is probably a top 2 player, probably, it's Jokic and him, right? And then you probably have a top 15 player, I would say, in Dame, just because I want to see Dame play a whole season again, I think top 15 is fair, though. I mean, he could be top 10 for sure, too. I mean, it's really whatever you want to make it. I'd say that. But those are kind of my contenders in the East. I really do feel like it's a 2-horse race and everything like that. What I would like to more talk on is kind of my sleeper. I don't know if we're going to get into that point. I mean, I think we kind of can. So for me, a sleeper for me would be the Cavaliers. I like the Cavs. I'm a huge Darius Garland fan. I think I drafted him in our fantasy league, I think. But I just really love, so you have Spida Mitchell, who honestly is not like my favorite player just because he was on the Jazz and stuff. But very good player. Then you have Darius Garland, also another great guard. And then you have Isaiah Mobley, very good. Jared Allen, very good. Karis LeVert. And then speaking of, Heat players who left, Max Strus went to Cleveland, which I think gives them more space. Granted, do I like the signing? I think it was like 3 years for $64 million. I think it's a little too much money for him. However, I liked just the balance he brought to the Heat whenever they were playing. And so I would like to think that gives them an extra edge. So I think that they're probably number 3 in the East. and they could be a contender, could give some problems. So for me, my sleeper is the Cavs.
I like the Cavs pick. For me, they're a little too noticed, I would say, to necessarily pick them as a sleeper, but I don't disagree with what you're saying, Matt. I
I
still
mean,
have a
I just think that other people will pick like probably, like the Knicks or the Sixers maybe instead of just because of
right.
Joel and people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like the Cavs overall. I still have a little bit of questions just in general about Donovan Mitchell as like a number one guy. And I love Darius Garland too. I mean, his dad was a Missouri State alum way back in the day. So shout out. I got to see him play at the TOC. It was the
Same.
year that was actually the year that you were the first year you were gone. It was freshman year of college.
Wait, was it that year? I thought it was.
Well, he played in 2018. Darius Garland did. I know that at the TLC.
Did he not come 2017? I thought he did.
I don't think so, but
Oh,
anyways,
no.
you can look it up. Anyways, I'm not gonna go with the Sixers, and I'm not gonna go with the Knicks, and I'm not gonna go with whoever else you mentioned. I'm gonna go with the team that I thought Sam was disrespecting a little bit. I know this one might be, I think, a youth pick, but I really like what the Magic are building. To be honest, I really like their pieces. Paulo, rookie of the year, looks great. Franz Wagner, I really like. They also have Wendell Carter, who was really good for them in their rotation. And as well as Marco Fultz, who played good. Jalen Suggs, I think, could still turn the corner. They also had some picks, high picks this year. I believe they picked Anthony Black and Jet Howard, which Jet Howard was a Michigan guy. That's Jawan, one of his sons, I believe.
It is.
They signed Joe Ingles, a veteran. I think the Magic make the turn this year and make the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a similar run to the Kings this past year. I don't think they would be a team that can necessarily win the championship. I think they're too young, but I think they're definitely a team that will not be easy to play against. And I think they're going to make the playoffs and make the turn this year and start a potential start of a nice run for them. So I'm going with the Magic. They might beat the Heat out for the division, to be honest. We'll see.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Probably
That's a hot take, Charles.
Probably not.
Maybe. We'll see though. But I definitely went out with the easy pick for my sleeper team. I originally had the Sixers as a sleeper team. You can't really consider them as a real sleeper team because what Matt was saying, they have pretty good coverage. They have a lot of stars on their team. But I think the main focus, whenever I was looking at their team a little bit more in depth, besides the James Harden drama, that's kind of, I mean, it seems like every offseason now he's having some sort of thing going on, which sucks. But on the bright side, they have Pat Bev on their team. I love Pat Bev, and I hope he kind of bounces back a little bit. He didn't have the strongest season last year, if I remember. And they also still have Danny Green, the GOAT, Danny Green.
Danny Green.
Yes, sir. He's probably going to start on the bench, I think, but he's a pretty good team player. So hopefully he'll do a little bit better.
I see, Sam. I see. Western Conference time. We're going to shift over to Matt because Matt's on West Coast time, or close enough to West Coast time at least.
He's pondering.
Yeah, what's Matt doing over there?
Pondering right now.
I'm finding the freaking, what's it called?
TOC.
The TOC, yeah.
Well, Sam, would you like to start with your two contenders in the Western Conference?
Sure. So I think the Western Conference is a little bit more clear than the Eastern Conference, I think. I do think it's a little bit more clear who the top two teams are in that conference. I mean,
really?
The East is the same way though with the Celtics and the Bucks. I mean, the Bucks are probably the team to beat in the NBA, but definitely the Nuggets are still going to be up there this season as a contender. I mean, Jokic, he's going back to his 9-to-5 job. He's going to ball out yet again. I don't think his game style changes any. And then my other pick is a solid team for this season is probably the Suns too as well. Charles is actually repping his Suns hat. I don't think he's mentioned it yet.
I have not.
But yeah, no, they look like they have a really good roster, especially after the Dame trade happened. I think it was pretty good that they shipped off DeAndre Ayton. As much as I like him as a player, I don't think he was really fitting in well for the team. They also got Bradley Beal. I think Bradley Beal's a really fun player, and he's finally not on a on a loser franchise like the Wizards. So I'm happy for him.
By the way, Matt, if you check Discord, I sent a link that proves that Darius Garland was in 2018. Unless you already found it.
I did find it.
Yes. So just wanted to, yeah. Anyways, also I know Matt might be a little quiet because the Phillies have tied it now at 1-1
Oh no!
with another solo
man.
home run. See, they have a bazillion of them, I swear.
Who is it? Who is it by? Was it by like Schwarber?
No, Alex Baum or Bohm or
Boom.
Alex Bum.
No,
No.
that's,
All right.
that's too easy.
I'll go with my two contenders. I'll start with the Nuggets. They just won the championship, so you have to pay them their respects. They have to be in the top two. Now this one's interesting. There's a couple teams I think here that could be the second one. I'm just gonna switch it up a little bit from Sam, and I'm assuming Matt, and I'm not gonna pick the Suns. And the only reason is I'm still concerned about potential injuries and a point guard. I know we have D-Book or Beal. I don't know how that'll be for a full season and then playoff time. I'm gonna go with the LeBron's Lakers.
No, no.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers because I really like what they did in the offseason with the acquisitions they got. They brought back Austin Reeves, which I thought was really important. They got Gabe Vincent. They got Christian Wood. They kept Rui, who had moments. I think he could be a really good player. Anthony Davis, it really depends on if he can stay healthy, which, to be fair, that's one of my questions with the Suns. So why should I put the Lakers up here anyways? But I'm just going to assume that he stays healthy because he's a top 10 player easily. He needs to help LeBron because LeBron is too old. He can't take it himself. So if Anthony Davis can play superstar level, I think that they're a contender. And yeah, I like the pieces they added to their bench. I think they have a nice 9-10 man rotation. And I thought Darvin Ham did some good things in his first year as head coach. I think he's a really good coach. And that's not just biased because he was on the Bucks. I think he was really important to the Bucks as a coach. So I just like I like the depth of the Lakers. But I mean, if it wasn't them, it's the Suns. They're like right there. Just one of those two. But I'll go Lakers because I'm going to be different. Because I'm pretty sure Matt will probably pick the Suns, but we'll see.
It's always good to highlight the Lakers because they do, like you said, they do have a good team to fit around.
The only re-signing I don't like, I just realized I forgot he's still with him, is D'Angelo Russell. I don't really know why they brought him back, but
ouch.
I guess I forgot about that. I'm looking at the box score. He's 2 for 7, 0 for 2 from 3 in the first half.
Yeah, he's definitely streaky as a player. I mean, he kind of sucked during the playoffs last season.
Yeah, maybe I should have. Oh well, I already said it. It's set in stone.
Yeah, plus too. If the GM likes him, then he's gonna stay on the team too. So
the GM. For me, I mean, Charles already hit on the head. So did Sam. My two teams are the Suns and Nuggets. Nuggets for sure number 1. Suns, I'd say number 2. Now, do I think that's going to be the standings for regular season? No, I don't, because the Suns, I think, are more focused on the playoffs. I mean, I think they're good enough to get in. I think they're just going to focus kind of more, be healthy on that end. Nuggets, I think it doesn't really matter for them. I think they're going to be the first seed anyways, just because they're still so young. Like they still have like young guys like that can go out and win you games and everything like that, you know? So, for me, that's why I think that. So yeah, definitely Suns and
Nuggets.
It's. I mean, that's pretty easy. So
yeah, that's fair. If I can go first with my sleeper team for the East.
God. Don't say it.
It's gotta Charles. No, you can let me say it now that you talked about the Lakers. We're talking about our meme teams. It's got to be the Grizzlies, man. And it's not that much of a meme pick, too. I mean, outside of Ja, of course. I mean, he's the GOAT, honestly. And Derrick Rose too. But they made a really good acquisition, I think, with picking up Marcus Smart in the offseason. Now, it does suck that they just lost Steven Adams for the whole next season, which kind of sucks. He's a really good big man, I think. Heal up Aquaman. But yeah, they also have shoot. Well, they have Desmond Bain. Oh, but the other player I was going to talk about, Desmond Bain is awesome. But the the sleeper defensive player of the year from last year, almost, Jaren Jackson Jr. He was really good defensively last year. I still believe he can pick it up this year as well. He's 6'11". He's 24 years old. He can definitely do it again. And I'm going to be excited to watch some Grizzly games this year. Hopefully I can convince Charles or Matt to come down and let's go see a Grizzlies game.
You can come up here and go to Detroit game against the Grizzlies.
Or how about
Ooh.
this? We can say we've already been in the stadium and been to the best seat in the house.
What does that mean?
Oh, did we never tell Sam?
Did we not?
Sam, remember whenever we did that our senior year, we got like a senior trip from my dad. Me and Charles went
Oh,
and did
he probably doesn't. Oh, okay.
we went and did March Madness.
Oh, okay.
We went to FedEx Forum, Memphis, but we ended up getting tickets and we ended up watching those two games in the owner's suite.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. I remember Charles told me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So Sam, a Memphis game would be sick because I actually really liked that. I don't know about you, Charles. I thought the arena was cool, and I thought like the area was really cool. So I mean, I'd be down.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool too.
You'll just have to hit your dad up for some more sweet tickets then. Best seat in the house, baby.
Might have to do a what is it called, the raffle with the best seat in the house, like the Bears do, the Ashley furniture.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Missouri State, baby. I'm excited for them coming up. Might do college basketball soon. Anyways,
so
yeah, I actually
the Grizzlies. Okay, nice.
I actually like your Grizzlies pick. The Steven Adams injury, I actually think is really important because he's their bruiser, he's their rebounder. They don't necessarily have that now because Jaren Jackson's more of a 4, and he is more of he can guard perimeter guys and that kind of stuff. Steven Adams would roam the paint. So I actually think that's pretty important. Plus, obviously, Jaw's out for so long. You don't know how they're going to be without him because they did lose Tyus Jones, who was their backup, who I really liked. Did they get Marcus Smart, of course? But, and of course, Derrick Rose. How could I forget?
The GO, Charles. Don't forget about him.
Yeah, I mean, the Grizzlies, they were the 2 seed the last 2 years. So they obviously can win in the regular season with who they have. They still have Desmond Bain, Triple J. Ja will be back. So they've got pieces. I'm going to go with another team that's just young and they're doing a lot of things right. A lot of great draft picks. And it reminds me of about a little over a decade ago when this same team had kind of the same structure. I don't know if they've had as good of players, but I'm going to go with the Oklahoma City Thunder, who's actually very close to you as well, Sam, for a game.
Yep.
Oklahoma City is only about 4.5 away. So I'm going to go with the Thunder. I mean, you have Shea, who has, I think he could be a number 1, for sure, number 2. And then Josh Giddey is a great utility guy. Jalen Williams looked awesome at his rookie year. And then the big question mark is Chet. But if Chet can be kind of the player they need, a guy who could guard out front, obviously he can block shots. If he can give you some offense, they really have a solid starting lineup 1 through 5. And they are just loaded with young players, young assets. So they could maybe go out and get someone if they wanted to. But I just love the young players they have. And they're really exciting. And so I'm going to go with Oklahoma City. And obviously, what I was referring to was Kevin Durant, James Harden, Russell Westbrook from a long time ago. That turned out really well. They could not win with that core, unfortunately. They made a really dumb trade. One of the worst trades, obviously, trading away James Harden. But yeah, I love what they have. And don't forget Lou Dort. He's a great defender utility guy for them too. He really helps kind of gel the whole starting lineup. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Thunder.
That's a good pick. I I almost picked them too as my super team, but I also felt like I would be doing a disservice if I didn't talk about the Grizzlies. So I was close to talking about them too.
Charles, you always steal my players and people and teams that I like. OKC was going to be mine. I should have known that you were going to pick OKC just because I don't know you're just a baller like myself,
Thank
where we
you.
just love sports and NBA and all that stuff. So, golly, I don't really want to pick OKC again because I'd like to talk about someone else instead of just doing the same thing. So let me see another team that could be good.
I was gonna say, as you think, you should have known that I was on him. I picked Jalen Williams and Josh Giddey in fantasy.
Yes, you did. You picked both, and I was like, dang, I was thinking about picking Jalen Williams, I think. Like, literally, I was like, I picked a dude, and I said, okay, like, this next round, like, it looks like people aren't picking him. I said, okay, I'm going to pick him. And then you picked him not on the first time, but on the wraparound. Picked him on the
I
wraparound.
reached too. He was pretty far down. I wanted him
He
though.
was, and you picked him on the wraparound. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I was like, are you serious? But golly, can I tell you a team that, golly, okay, a sleeper team I think would be great if, can I do that? Can I do a caveat one? Like
Yeah, that's, hey, you do what you want, man.
okay. I think a sleeper team, they can be super team if they trade away this one player, and that one player is Rudy Gobert. I think the Timberwolves are a good team. They need to trade away either Gobert or Karl Anthony Towns. They need to trade away one of those two. If they do that, they will be, I think, a sleeping giant. Just because now you don't have to give minutes to two, what are they, both 7-footers, I think, right? Karl Anthony Towns is like 6'11", maybe, and Rudy's like, what, 7'1", 7'2". To me, it's just too big. You can't have both of those guys on the floor together. It's just too big. And you're paying Rudy so much money. Granted, you did give up like, what's it called, like 15, like 5 picks and stuff for it. But it's okay. So I'm gonna say Timberwolves, if they trade away Gobert or Towns, that's my team, because I think you can get other pieces for them. Like, would someone trade more for would they trade more for what's it called? Karl Anthony Towns more than Gobert? I think so, just because you've seen in the playoffs that you can just pick on Gobert. But I think you can still get a couple good pieces for him. But that is my sleeper team if. So it's a little asterisk, because my real sleeper team would be the Thunder.
Yeah, when they made that trade for Rudy Gobert, I knew immediately it was a huge mistake. And yeah, I mean the Jazz, I mean, I didn't mention them as a sleeper, but they've got, some pieces that look pretty.
I mean, I did draft Markkanen. I really like Markkanen, and I really like Walker Kessler. And
yeah, Walker Kessler. That's who the Timberwolves was part of the trade for Gobert. And if they would have maybe just kept him as a rookie, right?
Yeah, if you would have kept him as a rookie, I mean, granted, hindsight's 2020. We know how he played on the Jazz, and maybe he wouldn't have played as much on the what's it called, on the Timberwolves as he was a rookie, right? But what we know now, it's like, man, you just traded 5 first-round picks, and probably Walker Kessler last year played like he would have been worthy of a first-round pick. You know what I'm saying? So you almost traded 6 first-round picks for a guy who you can't really trust in the playoffs.
Right.
What? Charles, what are you smiling at?
Well, no, because it's just how Matt said it. And I totally agree, because Rudy Gobert, I've never been a huge fan of personally.
Yeah, no, I agree with Matt too. I like Rudy Gobert as like a defensive guy, but he's kind of fallen off a little bit from these last playoffs, and then before that too.
Just his size and wants to go dunk, and like if he actually had a floater or something, then I would love Rudy Gobert. But he has like literally like nothing. Like there's literally nothing that he gives me on offense that I'm like, wow, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
Mhm. Yeah, he's no John Morant, that's for sure.
no, he's not.
No.
Is there any other NBA topics you guys are feeling that you wanted to talk about? Anything else?
Um, not really for like team picks, but I just wanted to say I'm happy that the season's finally starting. It felt like a really long off season since the Nuggets won, and then
It really did. Yeah, I don't know
yeah,
why.
and then the NBA kind of just hung out. They talked about they introduced the midseason tournament. I'm really curious to see how that goes too.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch.
It'll be fun to watch.
Well,
Personally, oh Matt,
it's because they're trying to be like what Charles and I have on. They're trying to be a little bit like soccer, since everyone gets super excited for those in-season tournaments, those European nights, as Charles is experiencing. You know.
Yeah,
yeah,
I know. And they have obviously a ton in college basketball all over, in the non-conference. They have all sorts of tournaments like that. So, yeah, those are
I
really
would.
fun to watch.
Yeah, I would never get that growing up too. Like I obviously not soccer on the soccer side of things, but how every time like college basketball teams would always have those like mid-season tournaments, it would make no sense to me. Like
They
they
get
would
to
just
they
have
get
them
to
out of the
travel
blue.
to like these awesome places for them,
It's
like the
cool,
Maui
but
Maui Invitational. That's a big one.
yeah,
There's like one there's a Disney one that they play in Orlando. So they have tournaments like that in college. Missouri State's playing in one. They're traveling somewhere for it. I can't remember where, what it is, but yeah.
they're they're cool to watch definitely, but I just didn't really understand like why they would do it.
Why
Besides
not?
it being cool to travel, and why not? Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I mean, there's so many college, Division One and then basketball teams. So it makes sense to have these kind of tournaments that a lot of teams can get into because there's so
Yeah.
many. There's 300 whatever. So
That's true.
NBA there's only 30 teams, but
That
yeah.
is true. This is
I
fun.
was gonna say I can't wait till it's probably TNT is always my favorite, like TNT on Tuesday or TNT on Thursday, and it's they have two teams on maybe that I don't necessarily care as much about, and I can just put it on the background as I'm watching my fantasy team fall apart, maybe, or something like that, and I can just have it on in the background. I love having basketball in the background, and then maybe looking every now and then. But maybe I'm talking with someone, or I'm with Autumn, or something like that. I'm really excited for that. So that's my go-to like that's my go-to like TV background. I know a lot of people like to have TV backgrounds. Basketball is like NBA basketball, especially. That's mine because it's a pretty long season. So when you're kind of in the middle of the season, games, there's like games you're watching, it can be pretty chill. So I can't
For
wait for
sure.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was on the couch, my last few days at the apartment, Sam, I would have NBA on like all the time on the TV if it was on. I just
hmm
had that playing before I went to bed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Anytime I would catch you too, just like hanging out on the couch, there'd always be like an NBA game going on.
If there's not like a good college game, I'll put that on for sure. So
Yeah.
is
It's
it time for our special segment?
oh, I think Matt's all excited for it. Looking at him over there, I think he's ready for it too.
I think it has to be.
Unless Matt wants to talk about the Suns a little more or anything.
I think we'll talk about the Suns throughout the season, but
You're right.
yeah,
That's fair. Well, Charles, if you're okay with me kind of explaining it a little bit,
Go
I
right
know we
ahead.
already did, but yeah, to the newer-ish viewers, so Matt, our dear friend, MattyB, Matty Buckets, he's about to bucket 12 Bean Boozled beans, and we're happy to announce that those beans came in. So Matt's gonna try out those beans, and on the bright side, at least there's a silver lining to this. I did send that Zach Wilson card out to you, I believe, on Friday. So hopefully that's coming out to you soon. But yeah, we're gonna succumb you to eating 12 Bean Boozled beans.
Oh,
Yeah, look at those at the
so
camera.
we probably already have said it, but I'll say it just one more time to clarify. When Matt did week 6 picks,
Mhm.
every pick that he got wrong would be 3 beans because he had lost in picks the week previous to Sam over the Zach Wilson card. He got 4 games wrong. 4 times 3 equals 12. I can do simple math. So Matt has to eat 12 beans. And I'm just going to sit back in my chair and enjoy this.
Yeah. Should we do anything while Matt eats these, or?
Well, Matt can describe how it's going, I guess, per se. Have you looked at the potential flavors?
I have, and I really grosses me out.
And you said it smelled really bad, right?
I opened it just now and it smells horrendous.
Ooh, he does not sound excited.
Musty attic. That's literally what it smells like.
Ew, it's disgusting.
Yeah. So
You got your water ready? You're gonna need that.
It's all right. Yeah.
I will go eat bean before eating them, and then I will eat them. So I have 12 to do.
You have 12. You can't rush them either. You got to eat them one at a time. You can't mum and put them all in.
This is this one is either coffee or liver and onions. So
number 1.
Dude, coffee doesn't sound good either.
And like Matt said, he's not even a jelly bean fan in general, like normal jelly beans. So this is kind of just an L in general.
Okay. Coffee one.
Okay.
Even though I coffee. Well, I've never had it. But
That's not too bad. I was gonna say coffee doesn't sound great for a bean flavor either.
Better than liver and onions, right?
No, it's coffee.
It's not better than liver and onions?
I don't know.
Maybe you should try another one. Nah.
Okay, that's
if you
one.
can get like one of each flavor, that'd be great. I don't know how many flavors
you
there
should
are.
do one of each flavor if you can.
I'm not even looking. I'm just okay. Have this yellow one here.
Oh gosh.
That looks gross. Just looking at it.
It's either dead fish or strawberry banana, I think.
That's so gross.
Okay.
Oh god. You got a trash can?
That's
Oh no.
Ugh.
He had to leave.
It's gross.
He had to leave, bro.
Hey, make sure to bring your trash can with you, Matt.
Oh my god. This is probably the worst punishment we've ever done. I'm not even kidding.
Man.
Ugh.
Dead fish.
This might be the worst punishment we've ever done.
Get a napkin and I'm spitting them out. They're disgusting.
That's fair. That's fair.
He had to leave.
Oh, poor Matt.
Yeah, no, like I said, this is probably the worst punishment. Those beans are terrible. Like I said, I had them in high school. I did it with Kevin, thinking it was a good idea, and we tried them, dude. They were so bad. It's disgusting.
Okay. That was horrible. That was disgusting.
I'm assuming you haven't eten dinner, and that's probably a good idea. So
Ew, that's your appetizer.
Red thing, pomegranate or old bandage.
Bro, that's so gross.
Oh my god. Ew. All right, that's 3. You have 9 more.
Was that old bandage then?
Yeah.
Ew, that's disgusting, man.
Oh, these are disgusting.
So
I guess I wouldn't know as well as Charles would, because I've never actually done Boozled before, and I'm thankful.
All right, so those 3 were for the Niners losing to the Browns, which Matt got wrong. So you can thank Brock Purdy for this one.
Yep.
Oh, fetch. It's another yellow one.
Oh no. Well, you already ate the dead fish though, so you're good.
It's another dead fish.
Really? I thought there was only one of each.
No,
that's a container. Yeah, it's a container.
Oh wow. Dang.
Oh my gosh.
You thought there was one of each.
It sucks, man. I thought there was one of each flavor, so you had to get strawberry banana.
I think Matt's gonna want to make bets in the future about this where we have to do it if we lose.
Oh gosh, yeah. The punishments are gonna slowly ramp up from here.
All right, it was on the brown one, and we've already done that. Oh golly, I can still taste it. Holy! This is a white one. Birthday cake or dishwasher?
Dishwasher? What does that even taste like?
Probably soap.
That probably wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah, I don't feel like it'd be too bad too.
Eee.
Oh,
I think
birthday,
yeah, birthday cake.
birthday cake.
See, they're
Okay,
not all bad. It's just random.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
savor this.
exactly. You're almost halfway done, Matt. You got this.
I'm savoring this one a little bit to get the taste out of my mouth.
That's a good idea.
Oh, never been so happy for birthday cake for real.
All right, 5 down, 7 to go.
Okay, number 6.
Yep.
This one. Toasted marshmallow or stink bug. Oh my gosh.
What would that taste like?
Sam's faces.
Dude, what the heck?
Okay, here we go.
This is the most fun I've ever had on the podcast.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh.
god. Ew.
What did that even taste like? Like, can you describe it?
Look at him. Dude, he's so dead.
I need a different one. Okay, that's 6, I hope. Come on.
Hey, that you can thank Desmond Ritter and the Falcons for that one.
Yeah, that one's the Falcons pick.
Brown ones, and I don't want to do that for you guys.
Uh-oh.
This thing. Okay. Here's a blue one. Berry blue or toothpaste.
That's not terrible. Toothpaste would probably help you rinse it out.
Oh. It's the berry.
Oh,
This might make Matt like normal jelly beans because of how good these are for him right now when they're normal.
yeah, you're already getting the bad ones out of the way, so it's just all uphill from here.
That's 7.
Yep, 5 more.
So, can you kind of describe what stink bug tasted like?
It tasted like complete crap. Like, think about someone taking a massive dookie in your mouth. That's what it tasted like.
Ew. I mean, I guess it is stink bug.
Oh my god. I can't believe Matt agreed to do something like this.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Oh freak! I don't want to do this one, but I did grab it. It's the green one.
Oh no.
Juicy pear or booger. What number is this? Please tell me I'm close to being done.
Probably one of the worst ones.
This is number 8. Number 8. This is number
Yeah,
8.
it's number 8.
This is number 8.
Track.
Okay.
So you have 4 more after this. Yep. Oh god.
Immediately went to the trash can. Nice. Dude, I can't imagine that would be. Dude, that would make me want to throw up.
Dude, I want Sam to do this so bad.
No, dude, no way.
Matt's next wager we do. Matt saying being boozled for you, Sam.
Ew. That would be so gross.
One or something. I don't know.
What? You didn't even describe what it is.
It's, yeah.
All right, it must not be bad. He's chewing it.
Oh, it's the toasted marshmallow.
Ooh, that probably tastes pretty good.
It's not the stink bug one.
Hey, you can. Hey, those 3 were for you not believing in Zach Wilson, even though that's what this whole bet was about. Because the Jets won against the Eagles.
That is true.
3 more. Last one. You can thank the Chargers for these last 3.
It's a brown one again. Do you want me to try to do a different one?
What flavor have you not done? Do you know if you look at the box, or have you done all of them?
I haven't done the Tutti Frutti. Oh, did I find one? No. Hold on. I haven't done the peach. Oh, that has to be this one. I think.
That looks so gross.
Yeah, we'll do this one.
That's
What
not
is that?
appetizing at
Peach
all.
or what?
I think it's peach or barf.
Ew.
Oh. Oh, he's good. Oh.
Ew. Oh, bro. Man, I'm so sorry.
2 more. 2 more.
Got it. 2 more.
All right. Any other flavors you haven't done, or have you done all of them now?
Oh, what's this? What are? Oh my gosh, these suck.
I shouldn't be laughing this much, but it's so funny.
I think this one I haven't done, and it's Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks. I think.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Tutti Frutti would be nice.
Oh,
Oh, see, I manifested it. You're welcome.
Fruity.
So last one, right? Or is it two more, Sam? Do you remember?
No,
Let me count real quick.
no, this is the last one.
Yeah, this is the last one.
All right. Well, I guess any flavor you want. Just
Here we
do
go.
random and pick one. Because if you've done all of them now.
Gosh.
So I don't know if this one is on this one.
Yellow, this weird yellow one. And then these things are going in the trash. These are disgusting. I hate this game.
Is that the buttered popcorn one?
I don't know, dude. Let me see.
That was the worst one I ever did. When I did it, it was buttered
Oh,
popcorn.
it's
Or
buttered popcorn, rotten egg. Oh,
yeah, I got that
Ew.
one, dude. It
Yeah,
was the
that's
worst one I did. Let's hope you
disgusting.
don't get it.
ugh. Yeah, it's the egg.
Ew, it's disgusting.
He did
He's
it.
getting us. He's gotta
Oh
go.
my god.
Yeah, here you go.
Dude.
Hats off to you, man. You did it.
His gags and how he had to run out of the camera to go spit it out was so funny.
Yeah, those are gross. He did mostly bad flavors too.
What was the ratio? Did you keep track?
Yeah, let me count real quick.
He probably got like 3 or 4 good ones, I would say.
He got 5 good ones and 7 bad ones.
Oh, that's
was-
actually pretty close to 50%. He's brushing
Yeah.
his teeth.
Oh my gosh, Matthew.
Dude, it's disgusting.
Oh, Matthew. Hey, you took it like a champ, though. I'm proud of you.
Are you making one of us do this, Matt?
Oh, he's out of the camera now.
Oh my
He doesn't want to talk to us.
Sam, I feel bad, but like I just couldn't help but laugh.
Oh, me too. It's
I
yeah.
would love to see you do these. Oh my
No.
goodness.
Oh,
Yes.
no way. No way.
I would love to see you do them.
Well, we'll have to make sure to do a challenge again, sort of like this in the future. I think it's fun to make like picks like this and have someone lose.
Well, Matt, you now know what it feels like. I told you it's terrible.
Bro, I did 12 of those suckers, dude.
So are Sam and I gonna have to do this in the future potentially? You making this a punishment for one of us?
Oh no.
No, it was so bad. I don't wish that on any of you.
Thank you, Matt.
They're just
I just would. Can't you imagine Sam though if he gets a bad bean his reaction? Wouldn't you want to see that?
That'd be so gross.
I mean, honestly, no.
I'm just an evil person, honestly.
Yeah, apparently. Matt's trying to sympathize me, and you're like, no, make him do the bean boozled.
Disgusting. Ugh.
Well, Matt, you did it. We need to do another wager soon. Someone needs to do a punishment again after Matt had to experience this.
Mm.
I'm sure he'd love to be on the laughing end of a punishment, not the wanting to throw up end.
Let's just end this podcast. Let's just. Ugh.
All right, episode 40. Matt did his duty. He ate the beans. Congrats.
Still taste it, dog. It's disgusting. I hate this.
I did it, man. I did in high school. It was bad. I think they had new flavors since I did it, but yeah, Matt.
It says 6th edition, 2 new flavors. Like that's super exciting. It's not. It's disgusting. You added cappuccino. Oh no. The 2 flavors they added were the disgusting ones: liver and onions and Old Bandage. Let me tell you what, that Old Bandage was nasty. I wanted to die. That thing was the worst. Like 0 out of 5 on Yelp, 0 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
Honestly,
The point of it is for people like us who do punishments. That's the point of the being boozled in this world. Yes, Matt did his deed. We hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got good laughs out of Matt suffering through that. We got to talk about the NBA, which starts. We are now in the quadruple fecta of sports where we have baseball, hockey, American football, and basketball all going on at once. So that's super fun. We hope you guys enjoyed. episode 40. Make sure you can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, anywhere else where you get your podcast. We're also here on YouTube and our Instagram. Go check us out. A win is a win. Matt did not have a win tonight, but that's okay because we know what a win is, because a win is a win. So H double, Sam Cookie, MattyB. We will see you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.